Instead, let's take a passion to the sheets and just go crazy. You can be as wild as you want that night. You ain't gotta be a lady.
This is the Sexual Intellectual Podcast. I am JD, and we gonna get right into the shits. Y'all know what just happened. Y'all know who smacked who. You know who did who. What they say? You know who did you know what you know who. Let's keep that between me and you. Y'all know what I'm referring to. The Schmack. Smackfest is back, y'all. It is crazy in these streets. Not even in the streets. In these award ceremonies. It is straight up bananas out here. So, here's what I'm going to say. I think this is a great topic to do with my tag team partner Dashing D, and we are going to deep dive on that entire situation on that podcast. So, for those who don't know, I do another podcast. I know there's so many. Sorry, not sorry. I got a lot to say. So, there's a podcast I do with a friend of mine. Her name is Dashing D. We do a podcast called Let's Have a Real Conversation. And that podcast largely discusses music and media. And current events too, because it often intertwines with those topics. So that is where I'm going to deep dive. What I will say is that I see this very often. People getting smacked? No. But what I do see is a lot of people in relationships that they probably shouldn't be in. In relationships that they're probably unhappy in. Notice I'm saying the word probably. I am not Will Smith. I am not in any relationship. However, I see many things. I see people who are tormented the same way Will clearly is. Now, am I saying that I have friends who have been publicly humiliated and battered for the last 2 and change years? No, but they've been abused and battered in other ways. Verbally, emotionally, and some physically. But we, as humans, have this need to latch on to things that we love. We have this need to not want to be coddled, but want to be connected. Connective, loved, nurtured. And those are beautiful things when things are right. When you are being abused, when you are being beat up, when you're being smacked around, these things are clear signals of wrongdoing. It means that there's a lot of things going on internally because of the things around you, because of your environment. Dare I say, a toxic environment. There's a lot of people I know that are just with people simply because they want love, simply because they feel love, simply because it feels good in certain moments. But ladies and gentlemen, when the good outweighs the bad, it's time to go. I have no idea what Will truly feels. We probably won't ever know. But again, my advice here is not for Will. I'm not only speaking about that relationship, I'm speaking about relationships as a whole. In any relationship, when it gets to a point where you feel like, damn, I don't know if I want to be here. I don't know if I should be here. Then it's time to do like they say in Star Wars and search your feelings. Perhaps that means writing down a list of pros and cons. I don't know. That's a great thing I learned from my dad many years ago. But you got to do something. Staying in a relationship where you are being either physically, mentally, or emotionally abused is never good. No good can come of it. In fact, that's how schmacks like this happen. Yeah. It comes from a boiling point, a point when you just can't take it anymore. Fuck this, I gotta go. Something must be done. The pot is spilling over. But it doesn't have to be that way. You are responsible for yourself. And you have to love yourself. And you have to care for yourself. And sometimes that means knowing how to exit stage left. Speaking about knowing how to do things, I have conversations with different people in my circle and sometimes on the internet. And I see that there's a lot of, I don't want to say phobia, but nervousness with certain people when it comes to initiating physicality. When it comes to starting that thing. Starting playtime, bedroom time, fun time. A lot of people get nervous in these moments, and that is actually very, very normal. If you get nervous when it comes time to start things, when it comes time to be the initiator, when it's time to be the person who rubs the thigh or does whatever thing, a lot of people do get nervous in those moments, and that's okay. But you don't need to be. There are some tools you can use to improve your feelings and improve the things that are about to happen, the scenario, improve the connection even with your partner, since we've been speaking about connection today. One of the things you can do, tool number one, is something I say all the time. Communication. Communicate. Speaking, blah, 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 with your partner. All you have to do to use this tool is speak to your partner in a non-sexy time moment. Speak to your partner and let them know, hey, listen, I get nervous when it comes to starting things, but that doesn't mean I don't want to start things. I just maybe don't know how, or I don't know how to get around this nervousness, or maybe I'm not sure what to do that will really be a good initiator. I'm not sure what is a good action to take to flip your switch. What can I do? And you'll be surprised how that conversation goes. You may find that your partner is also nervous in those moments. You may find that your partner also has anxiety in those moments. You may find that your partner is also playing a guessing game of, I hope this works. So, speaking to your partner is the number one tool. My second suggestive tool is trying things. Often the best way to learn is from experience. Plenty of people live off experience. LOX, baby. D-Block, Jadakiss, Styles P, Sheek Louch. Y'all know the team. Living off experience. And when you experience things, trial and error come into play. And sure, there will be ebbs and flows. There will be high moments and low moments. You might try something, it might go spectacularly well. In the middle of trying that thing, your partner might grab you by the hand and rush you away and say, damn, that was great. I can't believe you did that. And man, it turned me on so quick. And other times your partner might say, the fuck are you doing? I don't know what you're doing, but why are you doing it? Can you stop? So that's trial and error. But as you try things, you'll learn things. Oh, okay. So they don't like when I rub their thigh. They like when I caress their face. Oh, okay. Or maybe the opposite. Oh, they don't like when I touch their face. As a matter of fact, they say, hey, can you stop that? But they do like when I gently rub their thigh. And I'm freestyling here. I don't literally mean rub thighs and touch faces, but everyone is different, which goes back to the first tool. When you speak to your partner, when you learn things about your partner, you'll be able to learn more about what to do in these moments. So as you try and fail and learn, you will be able to do more moving forward. That means that the next time you'll have data, information, things up here that you can remember and call upon. And call upon. That is vital and very helpful in the initiating journey, in the started up initiative. I just made that up. Not bad. Now, my third tool is exactly what you're doing right now. I don't know what you're doing right now, but I'm pretty sure you're watching something. And that means you're using the internet, the web, probably on your phone. One of these things. And if that's the case, you can use that same device to look some things up. There are a lot of people on YouTube giving great advice. There are a lot of articles written by different publications, and you can read and you can gain more knowledge, and then you can try more things and gain more experience. You might find out about some stuff your partner truly loves. Your partner might not even know that they liked it. Who knows? But this is another great way to learn things. Reading, it doesn't have to be a book. It doesn't have to be an article. It could just be something quick that you read. Maybe even an Instagram post. Who knows? But when you look things up, you'd be surprised what gems you can find. Same thing with video. If you look it up, type it up, search it up as the kids say, you'll find some new things. And maybe you have no problem initiating these things. Maybe you are the king, queen, top of the chain when it comes to starting things. Doesn't mean you can't learn something new. Doesn't mean that your partner doesn't like the things that have worked in the past. So these are the tools. To recap, that is communicate with your partner, try some things, search some things. Trial and error, ebbs and flows, data, decisions, action. Speaking of action, it's time to talk about something that C19 ruined. Let's get right into our You Ruined It segment. So, there's an action that we very often used to do when we saw someone. A lot of times, they didn't even have to be that good a friend. Could be an acquaintance, a coworker. You see them, y'all kick it sometimes. You feel like maybe they're almost friend level. But if they're definitely friend level, I'm pretty sure you've done this. In fact, I'd bet money on it if I had some. And what is that? A hug. Bring it in. Come on. Bring it in for the real thing. You know it. Come on. Oh, yeah. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember hugs? C19 ruined it. First, when it happened, we had to stay far away. 6 feet, player, 6 feet. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. 6 feet. Back it up. Hey, you too close, man. You too close, man. Back it up. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Chappelle lately. So, we used to tell people that they could come on in for the real thing. I mean, get over here and hug me. Come on, man. I even saw a movie one time, and the man said, come over here and hug my neck. Well, that is over. Now, I don't even know what to do. Do you still hug people? I would love for you to tell me. Put it in the comments. If you do hug, who do you hug? Who do you love? No, I'm sorry. But who do you hug? Because a lot of times, even if you went on like a first date or you just hanging out with somebody casually, it's about, all right, man, nice to see you. All right, cool. Or you give them, fellas, you do the dap with the hug. It's, hey, all right, player, I see you. Now, I don't know, because we learned that some of y'all are McNasty. And also the virus just travels, right? I mean, you could be doing all the right steps, wearing the mask, washing the hands, hitting the sanitizer, and still shit happens because germs travel. And we learned a lot about germs traveling on contact. Touch. Yeah, Omarion. So, hugs. Don't be hugging me, man, when you see me now. You see, what up, player? All right, cool. You get head nod. I mean, Jadakiss said a long time ago, everybody don't get a dap. Some niggas get a nod. Somebody got to get it. All right, yo, I see you on the, you know what I'm saying? All right, that's it. Sorry, ladies too. Some of y'all have hugs and kisses on the greeting. Oh, hey, girl. Oh, all right. Germs. Viruses. Cooties. You know what I'm saying? Now we got the second guess when we see people. Oh, should I hug this person? Should I do like the barely hug? How they say on Wedding Crashers? The ass out hug. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I don't know. What are y'all doing now? Tell me. Put in the comments. Did C19 ruin it for you? Do you still hug people? Who do you hug? Only the people you love? What about your squad? Well, maybe you love your squad. I don't know. But is it only family? Is it only close friends? No Instagram? Or is it anybody that seems cool? If you go on a first date, the date goes well, you give them a goodbye hug? Because last time I went on a first date, I was just like, all right, this is my style. See you later. That's all I gave him. Wasn't nothing wrong with homegirl. She was cool. But listen, there's a lot going on out here. You know what I'm saying? Got to be careful. Got to protect your neck. All right, real quick. Before I get into politics as usual, I just got to share something with y'all. Let me be correct with my reporting. Hold on. Okay. I stumbled upon, because I wasn't looking for this. It just came across the feed, the suggestions. You know what I'm saying? CNBC reports that Walgreens will now be using robots. Nah, I'm just kidding. Robots. I ain't going to dance. That's what I'm kidding about. Not what I'm reporting on. Robots. iRobot. You know, speaking of Will, never mind. Robots will now be handling prescriptions. There will be prescription robots because their staff is overwhelmed with testing and shot giving for C19. So that means you ain't learn, huh? Because I seen the doc. I know about Elizabeth Holmes. I'm watching The Dropout. You ain't learn from Theranos? Walgreens, let me be clear. I respect y'all hustle. I appreciate you trying to be innovative and advance things. But man, I sure as hell hope y'all vetted this better than that Theranos situation. Because man, it is gonna be real nasty for y'all if this becomes another failed experiment. I know I just said you got to live off experience, but that's with a partner in a bedroom. This is totally different. Y'all messing with people's lives. What if you give somebody the wrong prescription? What if the robot gives somebody the wrong prescription and it becomes fatal? That could be fatal for your company, Walgreens. You got to be careful. I truly, truly hope that Walgreens has done a good job vetting this situation, doing the research, and testing things out for real. Because, man, y'all know what Elizabeth Holmes did to y'all. All right. I'm going to wrap it up because this is a long pod. I try not to make these pods too long. So I'm going to wrap it up. But first, I got to throw the specs on and get y'all some information. So, what I got for you right here. Let's go to the videotape, as they used to say when I was a young buck. No G Unit. All right, what we got? Where is it at? Oh, I was looking in the wrong section, y'all. Whoops, my bad. All right. This article is from... I can't read it that close. Sorry, y'all. I got to look a little far. This article is from the Houston Chronicle. I'm going to read you their Twitter thread, tell you what's popping, or rather what took place. It says here, this is from March 29th of 2022. All right. It states here, the headline reads, bold letters. Texas student wins $90,000 after being harassed for sitting out the Pledge of Allegiance. Y'all remember that, right? You had to throw your hand over your heart. I ain't going to do it because I don't roll with it. But y'all know, right? All right, cool. Just remember that. It says here, a high school student filed a lawsuit against her former school district accusing teachers of harassing her over several years for sitting out the Pledge of Allegiance. First tweet. They want you to pay for the article and stuff. I ain't paying out. I'm going to just read the tweets. I feel like the tweets do enough justice. I don't need to be, paying for just this article. So Bear with me. The first tweet of the 5 or 6 tweet thread states, 5 years ago, she said her teachers harassed and disciplined her for sitting out the Pledge of Allegiance. Today, she's $90,000 richer after an attorney helped her sue her school district. The student, known only as M.O., declined to participate in the pledge because she objected to the words, quote, under God, and believed that, quote, liberty and justice for all is not guaranteed for people of color. Listen, I'm with her, but let's keep reading. She says several Klein Oak High School teachers harassed her over several school years as a result. She also accused counselors, administrators, and its former principal for failing to protect her rights. One of the teachers named in the suit was accused of threatening to fail students who refused to participate in the pledge. Failed to you know what? Let me just read because I'm about to go crazy in here. One of the teachers named in the suit was accused of threatening to fail students who refused to participate in the pledge. He was also recorded saying he would pay students to move to Europe if they didn't like living in the U.S. And there's a quote. What you've done is leave me no option but to give you a 0, and you can have all the beliefs and resentment and animosity that you want. That's a quote from the teacher. I'm glad they recorded that ass. Caught him slipping. The harassment eventually led to M.O. suffering panic attacks that greatly interfered with her education. Damn shame. Her family invested more than $10,000 in cost related to homeschooling, according to the lawsuit. Randall Callanan. Sorry if I'm saying the name wrong. But the person's Twitter is at American Atheist. In case you want to do your due diligence and check out what I'm saying. Randall Callanan, Texas civil rights attorney, says, quote, it is incredible the time and money spent by the Klein Independent School District to stop a student's free speech. That's the thread, y'all. Take these specs back off. So, let me just make sure I'm looking in the camera here. So, 5 years ago, so that's 2016. 2016. So, at the same time that everything was going on with Colin Kaepernick, at the same time, sorry, I had to sit up for that. At the same time that this country is shunning a black man from the football field and his rights and him having the option of participating or not, I don't want to say all, I want no beef with all of Texas, but this school district not only was doing foul shit to students, but fucked up a student so bad they had anxiety attacks. Oh, did I miss that tweet? Hold on. Shame on me. Forgot. How could I forget that? How could I forget that? Think I skipped the tweet, yo. Shame on me. See, I ain't perfect. I be messing up. I sure did. Look at that. Because I read y'all the quote and totally forgot about the rest. Tweet number 5 says, the harassment eventually led to M.O. suffering panic attacks that, quote, greatly interfered with her education. Her family invested... Oh, I did read that. Man, you see? That's how much this shit got me thrown off. The family had to spend $10,000 out of their own pockets. Out of their own pockets to homeschool this poor girl. You know, it's really fucked up And I'm glad that they paid 90K, but shit, they should have paid a lot more if you ask me. And I tell you what, I'm waiting for the follow-up report. I'm gonna try to read more into this, find out more information. Because if you ask me, the whole administration should be replaced. Y'all failing kids because they don't want to pledge? Are you fucking kidding me? Y'all are abusing children? Why are y'all not fired? I mean, I ain't no rocket scientist, but I could probably guess what color those people were. Especially because this was a brown-skinned girl. I'm not going to sing the Beyonce song, but we don't go through enough. People of color don't go through enough. Brown-skinned people don't go through enough. Black people don't go through enough. Y'all have to stop them from passing for a fucking Pledge of Allegiance. Are you kidding me? Man, I wish I could Will Smith y'all right now. I wish I could line them all up and just... You know what I'm saying? Are y'all for real? And I'm speaking angrily. I'm speaking out of a disturbed emotional feeling. I am not saying that we should actually smack these people, but they probably deserve it. Because you doing things to kids, for real. Y'all messing with a high school girl, for real. Y'all giving out zeros, talking shit, saying you'll pay him to move to Europe. Yo, why don't you move to Europe? Why don't you get the fuck out of here? Man, they're lucky. Because if that was my child, I might have Will Smith the shit out of everybody. Possibly. Very strong possibility. Are y'all serious? Kids? Yo, why I gotta fuck with kids, man? Leave kids the fuck alone. So what? They don't want to put their hand on it and recite that bullshit. So what? They don't have to. They have a right to not do it. They have a right to decline. You don't have a right to fail them for that bullshit. Man, y'all lucky y'all only forked over 90K. That whole shit should be shut down if you ask me. And yes, I'm cursing instead of using highly intellectual words and being more articulate. Simply because this is some really frustrating shit. This is some really, really upsetting stuff. I read that last night and couldn't wait to come here and pod. 90K? Y'all are lucky this poor girl has anxiety now. Y'all fucked this kid up. Another brown-skinned girl who's dealt with trauma she did not deserve. I'm not pandering, but this is crazy. Texas, y'all got to do better. America, y'all got to do better. I know the American way is to put people down and make ourselves look good, but this got to change. Y'all can't keep doing this shit. That poor little girl. I'm glad they didn't put her real name up there because y'all know what would have happened after that. These motherfuckers would have started bullying the poor kid. I mean, I guess she's probably an adult now or close to it if it had been 5 years. Because even if she was just entering high school, she's an adult now. But look at what y'all got her going through. It took 5 years for her to get this bread. You know what she's been going through for the last 5 years? She can't be around her friends. She can't be in school with her peers because y'all want to give out zeros and cause trauma. Y'all want to emotionally and verbally abuse this brown-skinned girl? Why? That's how y'all get y'all rocks off? Yo, it's really disgusting to me the levels that adults will stoop to. Yo, y'all lucky, man. Don't know shit. Some shit like that can't happen to my baby girl. Nope. It'd be a very different story. I tell you that. Again, I got no beef with Texas. Don't know nobody down there. But I know that shit that I just read is super foul. Y'all got to do better. If y'all know anything else, if y'all have any questions, throw it in the comments, man. I gladly chime in whatever I can. Again, the article I found is Houston Chronicle. They want you to pay to be, paid member type shit. I didn't pay. I'm not going to lie. But I will do my best to do more research on this article. And, man, I truly hope that this young lady is all right, man. I hope that she uses this 90K to get some therapy. And I hope that, she's okay. And much respect to her parents and her family because, man, they really went through a lot. And I'm glad that she was able to hook up with a civil rights attorney and get her bread. But sadly, America, I think y'all forget that money doesn't solve everything. $90,000 doesn't give that girl back her high school experience. $90,000 doesn't take away the trauma. $90,000 doesn't take away the abuse. I hope y'all are fired. I hope every single one of y'all on that staff that partook in this foolishness, that abused that little girl, are thrown the fuck out of there. Go do some other shit to earn money. Maybe do an OnlyFans. I'm being a dick, excuse me. But this is ridiculous. We cannot keep allowing this. And 90,000, y'all got away with some shit. Because 90,000 is not a lot of money for your pain and suffering. That shit probably gonna go all to therapy. It's fucked up. I'm sorry to end this one on a sad note, but I thought that this was worth bringing to your attention. Because it's not surprising, but it is sad. Politics as usual. I'm out. I'll see y'all next week.